Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a fun one, and it's for you guys who are about to start your Halloween pictures. Everybody likes to do them. It's the time of year. I'm going to give you some hints on how to do Halloween objects just in general so that you could take it and go back and finish your pictures and they'll come out great. I just printed out a couple of common things that you might find in coloring books that you might want to be doing. The pumpkin, the witch's broom, a ghost, a gravestone, and a witch's brew, I guess. So I'm going to start with the pumpkin. I'm not going to completely develop these just because, time-wise, but it'll be enough tips in there that you can really go for it. Nothing like doing a Halloween pumpkin uplit. And what I might mean by uplit is that imagine there's a candle sitting right here. The light is coming out and the face is brightening up. I sort of did them over here, but not as strong. I did this picture a couple of years ago. So let's start. I'm going to give it a light pumpkin orange color. Try to find pictures, if you're going to choose pictures, that don't have really dark pumpkin lines, like these lines in them, because it's better if you shade them in. And I'm just going to cover it very lightly with the pumpkin orange. I'm not being too careful because this is only the bottom layer. Then I'm going to start bringing it into a round shape, and you do that like any sphere, where you darken up the outsides and you bring it to where the light is going to be. Now on this pumpkin, I could start filling it in slightly so that you see it. We're going to put some canary yellow into the pumpkin eyes just to hold the place. Circular motion, and that's that. I'm going to hyperextend it, and I'm going to see if I have my oil pencil. I do. Okay. If I was going to hyperextend it with my wax, I would have gone over it a little bit on the outside to get a really yellowy on the outside, but I have my wax, my oil yellow, and that will basically take on the cellophane look, and I can get a yellow over the orange. So I'm going to continue making the pumpkin shape. Now I'm not paying too much attention to the lines that are going in there yet. Some people make them way too heavy, because if you look at a pumpkin, they don't have black lines in a pumpkin. Now these up here are going to be dark pumpkin, because they definitely take on a darker glow or hue towards the back. And just try to follow the lines, like the line of the pumpkin, but you don't have to worry about those lines yet. I just want you to get the basic shading in. I've got about 3 or 4 layers right now, keeping the middle very light, because I'm going to be adding yellow into that over the orange. Orange and sienna brown look really nice mixed, especially on a pumpkin. And I'm just darkening up some of the main bottom areas where you know for sure it's going to be darker. Now, why would the orange and the brown look good together? Well, they're nature colors. So They look really good in anything that looks fall. So that's the sienna brown and the pumpkin orange. And here I've got my canary yellow. I don't know if it's canary or canary. I guess it's the way you pronounce it. Okay, now I'm going to take out, let's see, what do I choose? A little lighter orange, and I'm going to go with the yellowed orange. Still not touching too much of the inside. Putting a little light hue on it, nothing too noticeable. And now I'm going to put on a little bit of the top. I'm using Persian green just on one side. And I'm going to brighten up with a little bit canary yellow on the other side. And I'm going to get a nice blend. Nice circles. Then I'm going to go back to a brown. I'm going to go with artichoke. Artichoke has that brownish green hue, and I'm going to just get the bottom and extend it slightly onto the pumpkin so that it might not be completely ripe yet. And it'll add a little bit green and orange, make a brownish color, which is good. Okay, then I'm going to take my oil pencil. Now, it's not going to mix with the orange. It's going to kind of cellophane it over so it becomes very bright. And to darken a little bit more up, I'm going to take my black and I'm going to get not too much. And then a little bit of orange just to tone it down slightly. Circular motions, never scribbling. And just get that nice and blended. If I was working on real paper, you'd be able to see more of what I'm doing, but computer paper really is not the greatest for coloring. It's good for kids, but that's about it. The last thing I'm going to do to this pumpkin, let's see, I'm going to take some French gray, earthy tones, and that's where I'm going to darken up on the line. Not too much, because they don't dig in too much. And then I'm going to blend it all in with some yellowed orange. So you just want a little bit of a hint that the shadow is there, but not completely. Brooms are very easy, and we're going to start out with a sienna brown. Going sideward. Now, aren't you glad you know how to do a tapered stroke? Lots of tapered stroke. You're actually going to treat this like when I showed you how to do the hair. And over here, it'll be a little bit more straw-like. So we're going to get, let's see what yellows I have out. And here's some sand. That works good. making straw, you always use a little bit of sand. And I'm back to my sienna brown. Here would be very tightly brought together because it's got sort of like a bunching or a string. And then I'm going to put my highlight right in the middle. I'm going to use a little bit of Posca just for time. The broom, need a sharp. Okay. I did it all in sand, and then I'm going to just take one part and I'm going to darken up one part. And then maybe a little bit going up to break up the highlight created in the middle. And by the handle, it would be a little bit shaded. Get out my cool gray, or my French gray, that's good. Add that in. Tone it down a bit because it's too yellow. Remember, gray adds tone, doesn't change the hue, it just tones it down when things are too bright.
And you want to see more, hit that like and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that bell.